by Saturday Night Losers. I am Jesse, the Saturday Night Loser. Look, I don't know where you're located right now, but here in the Northeast, in beautiful downtown Ben Salam, there is a complete, I'm talking a complete lack of warmth. It's like the sun just decided to quit working. It is so fucking cold. It's so cold. How cold is it? It's so cold. Not only can you see my breath coming out of my mouth, that's what she said, my equipment is not working because here in the Newsbox studios, which is actually my garage, there's no goddamn heat. So we are winging it. The computer's not working right. Nothing is working right. I'm not bitching. I'm just setting the show up. All that being said, I have the most mediocre show for you on tap. Later on, we're going to be talking to Khalil from Kastor's Korner. He's back from being a little under the weather. Can't wait to hear what he's got to say. But also, in the last segment, we're going to be looking at this guy. Check this out. This right here, not that camera, but this right here. This is a 14.5-inch Marvel Legends Incredible Hulk figure. This was on my Christmas list. There's a great story behind it. I say great. It's not really. It's just whatever. But we're going to be cracking this son of a bitch open in the last segment. Which brings us to the first segment, and that all, of course, means news. We might as well call this episode of Saturday Night Losers the reboot episode, because we're going to be talking about a lot of reboots. The news has still been light. It's the beginning of the year, so we're only going to cover a few stories. The first, guess who is getting a brand new comic? Forget it. You're never going to guess. Well, maybe you will. That, my friends, is Domino. You know why she's getting a new book? Let me tell you. Deadpool 2. That's coming out this June. I'm really excited about this book. Who's on this book? Again, you'll never guess. And really, I mean, it's going to surprise you. Forget it. I'll just tell you. Gail Simone. She's the writer of this book. What was I going to say? What's his name? Oh, Weapon X artist. That's right. The cover artist for Weapon X, Greg Land. He's going to be doing the covers for this series. There is no regular interior artist for this book yet. But look at this artwork, man. This is phenomenal. I can't wait for this book. It's set to hit stores April 11th. Here is the thing with me and Domino. I wish there was me and a Domino thing. Deadpool 2 is coming out, right? Deadpool 2. So you have this book coming out. What I'm interested in seeing is how Marvel's going to rectify, I guess, this image with this character. That right there is Zazie Beetz. She's playing Domino in Deadpool 2. Look, man, I dig Zazie's look here, and I also dig this look here. What I'm curious is how, like I said, Marvel's going to handle these two variations of the character. It's kind of like when Robert Downey Jr. took over Iron Man, like everything started to look like him. Is it possible for the Marvel Universe to keep a comic universe and a movie universe? I hope so, because, again, look at that, and then look at that. I don't know. Either way, I'm on board for both Deadpool 2 and this book. Like I said, Domino hits your local comic book store April 11th. Moving onward. Reboot City. Ready? Are you ready for this? Look at this. Animaniacs is coming back. Yes, it's coming back to Hulu, and Steven Spielberg. Everybody's coming back for this. Not only Variety actually is reporting this. Not only is it coming back to Hulu, but it's coming back for 2 seasons, and I believe Pinky and the Brain. Yeah, Pinky and the Brain is going to be part of it. Blah, blah, blah. Here's what I think about... Let me come back to me. I wasn't the biggest fan of Animaniacs. I mean, it was okay. Some of the bits were funny. I definitely did not like Pinky and the Brain. I know I'm not selling this too well. But one of my favorite all-time gags is from Animaniacs. Take a look at this. I just downloaded this again for this show, and it cracked me up. Take a look at this.
I found prints! No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
Now Now, if they do Prince bits like that, doesn't have to be Prince. If they keep doing bits like that, I'll watch it. Of course, Animaniacs, Yakko, Wacko, and their sister Dot. They're not supposed to hit. I mean, it's great they're announcing it, but the show is not going to hit Hulu until 2020. So be forewarned. Onward and upward. Yo, are you guys on Instagram? I'm on Instagram. And if you're not following me, that's going to really upset me, at yfnjman.com. Who also you should be following is Jim Chung. Bleeding Cool is speculating. Now, this is just pure speculation. By the way, here, let me send this over to you. We're losing... here we go. My mouse isn't... I told you, it's cold in here. My mouse is not functioning properly. The computer's not functioning properly. Here we go. Check this guy out. That's Jim Chung right there, right? This is the guy you should be following on Instagram. Why? Okay, first of all, his artwork is phenomenal. I repost his artwork all the time because it is beautiful stuff. But the other reason that maybe you should be following him is Bleeding Cool is speculating. Now, this is Bleeding Cool that because he's been posting Thor, right? We just saw there. He's been posting pictures of Black Panther. I'm scrolling through his feed right now, and I'll put it up later. This picture I retweeted as well. Hang on, let me send this over to you. This is an awesome picture. Spider-Man and Deadpool. Love that picture. Dark Phoenix and Captain Marvel. All these pictures Jim Chung has been posting on his Instagram. What does it all mean? Okay, I'll tell you. Is it a possible Marvel Universe reboot? Because as you put all the pictures together, it slightly resembles the artwork, which I don't have with me from here right now, from the all-new, all-different Marvel Now that came out, I don't know, what, 2-3 years ago? Where Iron Man was in the lead and all the characters were in the back. Look, it's just speculation, but if Bleeding Cool was speculating it, Bleeding Cool might have some knowledge about what's going on here. If Jim Chung is going to reboot the Marvel Universe in 2018, that would be fucking amazing. His artwork is awesome. I keep saying it, it's awesome. I was going to post this, but it had nothing to do with Marvel Universe. There's a picture he did of Supergirl that's phenomenal. I love this guy's work. And it makes sense because Marvel books right now are still in the tank, right? Even right after I forget the name of the series that they did. Whatever. Jim Chung, please, Marvel, work it out. 2018. Finally, one more reboot we got to talk about. You remember this cat? That's Spawn, right? Well, what's his name? I got his name right in front of me. Todd McFarlane, of course, the creator of Spawn. He's been working on a reboot to the movie. Was it 1999 movie? He's been working on his reboot forever. In a recent interview with, I think it was AZ Central, IO9 is reporting that in this movie, he's saying that he's working on, this is his movie, Spawn is not going to talk at all. Spawn, this guy right here, not going to say a word. I don't know what that means. He's got no mouth. I mean, what's he going to do? Sign language? Here's the quote from McFarlane himself. By the way, IO9 did not spell McFarlane's name right, but that's neither here nor there. Spawn doesn't say a word the entire movie, McFarlane said, likening the film to Jaws, with Spawn himself in the role of the shark. It's about the sheriff and the people chasing the ghosts. That's it. The lead role isn't Spawn. The lead role is a cop like Sheriff Brody from Jaws. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a Spawn movie to me. I don't know. That's it. That's the news. We'll be right back with Khalil from Kastor's Corner right after this.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz!
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
We are back, and not only are we back, but Khalil from Kastor's Corner is back. He had it off last week We're going to talk to him live. We're going to Connecticut. Khalil, are you there?
Hey Jesse, how you doing?
Good, good. It is bitter cold. I know you're up in Connecticut. It's bitter cold here in Philadelphia. It's got to be twice as bitter cold there.
It's been pretty cold. It's messed with not only toy shopping but toy shipping. My Deathstroke has still not arrived thanks to the snow.
The 112 Collective?
Yeah, I got it from Big Bad, and they were supposed to ship on Tuesday or arrive on Thursday. Didn't show up because of the snow, and then I got a email yesterday saying that they couldn't deliver because of weather yesterday, although it was sunny and bright. So who knows what's up with FedEx.
Figure by the spring you'll get it.
Yeah, maybe. I hate to see what delivery's like if you live in a place that snow all the time.
Because you got, what, 18 inches of snow?
Yeah, like 15 to 18 inches of snow, yeah.
Oh, that's nothing.
Kind of insane.
So were you able to do any kind of toy shopping this week?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a busy, kind of crazy toy week. I will admit that. So we started off the week because January 1st was the premiere, the launch of the new Transformers line, the Power of the Primes.
Yep.
And although they've been trickling out at Toys R Us and Targets, the big guys haven't been out, but thankfully our Targets got our big guys.
Oh,
so
nice.
we've got Orion Pax here that transforms into a giant Optimus Prime.
Nice.
I thought it was going to be the be-all and end-all, like this was my last Optimus Prime figure.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, it's the trailer and the bot mode in the back, just it doesn't cut it. So we're still looking for our ultimate Optimus Prime, and I refuse to buy the MP versions, the masterpiece ones.
How much are those retailing for?
These are about $45 at Target, so they're not too bad. If you go to Toys R Us, I'm sure they're about $50, $55. So.
Okay.
But so we got those. I'm trying to think what else we got. We got Legos last week.
Mm-hmm.
We picked up the new Black Panther Legends.
They're awesome.
Yeah. I think Killmonger and Black Panther are my two faves.
Did you get the whole line?
Yeah, I got the whole wave.
That's nice.
The face scans are amazing. I will say we put up a couple pictures of the face scans next to the comic book versions. Mm-hmm. And you can really see the job that Hasbro's doing and stepping up the different types of plastic and the different type of painting that's going into these new head scans are just amazing to look at. And I'm hoping that the Black Panther movie does well enough that in some way, shape, or form, in a 2-pack or an exclusive or somehow, this Killmonger figure will get a Michael B. Jordan head, because it's just it needs it. The Mini-Mates got it, so why can't Marvel Legends have it?
Yeah, it's weird because Black Panther has the unmasked version, and I'm always curious why they picked certain figures to do unmasked. I think other figures not to.
I think part of it comes down to licensing. Mm-hmm. I think that depending whether or not the actors sign off on it.
Right.
I think the other thing is, I think I've learned from working on this side of it is it's timing. Whether or not they have got the final looks approved
to
send out for licensing.
That's a good point.
It matters because these guys were sculpted and worked on about 18 months ago.
Okay.
So if they haven't finalized Michael B. Jordan's look or got really good scans or pictures or high-res photos of him, in that costume, in that look, they're not going to have the time to do it. So
that's a good point, because if you notice Hot Toys, their lead times sometimes a year and a half, and if they don't have the approval of the unmasked versions, I'm thinking of Spider-Man with Tom Holland. His unmasked version, his face is blurred out, and I guess until they either get approval from him or whoever. So yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. The builder figure for that line is Okoye, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't seen the picture. I haven't seen her in person, but the picture of her looks awesome. Do you have her?
I'll dig her out. Oh, here she is.
How's she look? The scan looks really good. And does she have tattoos on the back of her head?
Yes, she does.
Awesome.
You can't really tell with the lighting here, but we'll have better pictures up. But yeah, the tattoos are really well done. It's a really good look of Danae Guerrero. So I think it's one of the better figures. They really did use the body for, is it Nakia?
Yeah.
Is Nakia the other figure? I think it is. Mm-hmm. They really did use, or is that, no, sir, yeah, Nakia. So Nakia's body and Okoye's body are about the same, with some add-on parts. But the face scans on both of them are just stunning. I mean, absolutely. I don't think they got Chadwick Boseman that well. I don't think they got Black Panther's head that well. But The other two are pretty good.
I know you weren't crazy about the Black Bolt figure, but again, I haven't seen him in person, but I really liked. I'm not a big Inhumans fan at all. I didn't really watch the show, and I don't really care that much about Black Bolt. But the head sculpt where he's screaming or his mouth is open, I think is a really good sculpt.
I think they're doing a really good job. I think what I looked at with this wave was most of the characters, the four out of the 6, got alternate heads. Because Namor got an alternate head, Black Bolt, Black Panther,
right?
One more, right? And Namor, Black Panther, Black Bolt. They all got alternate heads, and Iron Man got alternate heads. So having all those alternate heads just give you so many more options. And I really like that. And it gives you kind of normal look, angry look. It gives you options to display and pose and things like that. So they're really stepping up their game. I think there's a little bit of rivalry between Star Wars and Marvel there. And each one is making them up their game a little bit more.
That's good.
So yeah, I think it's good for everybody.
I think Mattel's starting to get in on that rivalry too, because the last couple waves of figures have been much better.
But that's, I don't know.
I know how you feel. Wait, before we move on from Legends, I see you posted on your Instagram at Kastor's Corner. The new Spider-Man Legends are going to be hitting soon, or they're overseas right now.
Yeah.
So what do you figure, about a month from now?
Probably between a month and 3 weeks when we'll start seeing them. I actually have the barcode. Somebody sent it to me on Facebook.
Yes.
So I'm gonna see if they scan at Target and see if we can get if they're different DCPIs. Somebody posted up close pictures of Gwenpool and Mysterio this morning.
Yeah.
So they're out there. They're floating around. They look amazing. I can't wait.
I'm not the biggest fan of of Gwenpool, but I really like that figure. I also cannot wait to get that Spider-Man Noir figure.
Spider-Man Noir figure looks good. I think it's going to be a little limited because of the coat. I think they're reusing that coat, but I think the Spider-Punk one is the one that's going to surprise everybody.
Yeah,
I really do.
One too. I think they're like the big 3 that I want to get.
Yeah. I really want the Mysterio figure, even though I've seen what's under the helmet, the fishbowl. I still want it. So,
and do you know what the Build-A-Figure for that line is?
It's the lizard. It's a classic lizard, kind of bigger head, long tail, really, really well done. It kind of improves on that skinnier one we saw in the Fearsome 4 with the Toy Biz line. So, I think it looks really good. So I got Marvel Legends. I got Transformers. We got Mini-Mates coming up. We got a bunch of Mini-Mates. We got the X-Men Brotherhood box set. We got the Elf box set, thanks to Diamond Select Toys. They sent them over as review samples.
Nice.
We also bought all the Black Panther waves, except for the box set that we're ordering next week. So we've got a ton of toys, and we're buried in 112 figures here. I've got Superman, Flash.
Literally.
I got Superman, Flash, Arrow, Reverse Flash buried right now that I've got to pull out and dig out. Deathstroke's on his way, and then we're gonna have Black Adam, Shazam, Red Sun Superman, which you already did a review for, and one more I can't think of it. Oh, an Arsenal.
I got one more. I've got Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. I've had her for a couple weeks now. She's still in a box. I have no idea what she looks like.
Yeah, I've got the SH Figure Arts one, and it's the same thing. Like, I took it out initially just to take a quick look at it, and then I haven't had time to photograph it. So it's like we're buried in toys. But so it's been a busy toy week. It's been a really busy toy week, and I'm really surprised how much I've gotten in the last couple of weeks. It can be a little startling. How about you? Did you find anything this week?
I don't think so. I have been hitting Target stores. And Toys R Us for the Lego Luke Skywalker set with the one Porg, the A Porg. I cannot find it, and I mean, they supposedly hit January 1st. Toys R Us was releasing them before. Yeah, but I still can't find it, and my local Targets are they're bare. They're doing inventory, so it's bare, and Toys R Us is bare.
It's tough this time of year because when companies put release dates out for January 1st, but the stores haven't recovered from Christmas. Yeah, it's just really a shame, and I hate it because we're gonna walk in, and if we're buying these figures, most of us are gonna spend $120, $150 easily. And if we go to the appliance section and there's a mixer or a blender or anything like that, and it's $150, and you say, do you have any more? they run right in the back and they get them. But if we say, hey, we want to buy these,
you get that look.
We get that look. I mean, customer service is customer service. This week, Toys R Us actually told me not to shop at their store for the next month to fix an issue.
Are you serious? They literally say, don't shop at the store?
Yeah, don't buy anything for the next month. Just because I had an issue with my emails where they sent me an old receipt, but I didn't realize it was an old receipt. So I called to say, oh, I thought somebody had my rewards number. And their response was, oh, well, just log into your account, check it out, make sure your points are there, which they were. And they said to make sure that nobody has your phone number, your email address for it. They said just add a number to the end of your email address. And I said, what if my email address is johnsmith@gmail.com? If I say johnsmith1, won't somebody else get that? And they go, well, yeah. And I said, well, then why would I do that?
That's brilliant. I just won't get the emails.
And they said, or get a new phone number. And I said, I've had my phone number for 20 years. I'm not changing my phone number.
Wait, just for rewards card, just for rewards points, you're not going to get a brand new number?
No. So I said, can I just get a new rewards card? Can I get a new number? And, merge the points. And they said, oh, that's not possible. And I said, well, what am I going to do with the points? Because I can't, use $20 from this account and $5 from this account. I was like, how do I do this? They said, well, you have to wait until the points clear, which means they're, accrued and then available. And I said, okay, that's fine. Excuse me. And I was like, okay, well, how long does it take? They said, oh, between 2 and 4 weeks. And I'm like, so what if I want to buy something in there? What do I do with the points? And they said, well, I was like, do you want me to not buy anything for the next month? And they said, yeah. And I was like, you're looking at my points, right? And they said, yeah. I'm like, how many points do I have? They're like over 500. And I was like, so in the last 3 weeks, I've spent over $500 at your store. Do you think your company can really afford to lose a customer like me? Like, really? And they said, yeah. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to be doing a story on this weekend because I knew I was coming on here and I thought this would be perfect. And all of a sudden the tone changed.
And wait, were you talking to a manager or anything like that, or were you just talking to a customer service?
I called the 800 number because
from the website, right? From the website,
because I figured this was my rewards membership. I didn't think this was a store level.
Yeah, the store wasn't going to help.
Yeah. And all of a sudden they were, oh yeah, no, okay, so go into the store, get a new rewards card, and then call us back, and we'll merge the two. And I realized after I hung up, sorry, I've lost my voice all week.
That's okay.
I realized after I hung up that the receipt was a couple weeks old, and it's partially their fault because they sold their Lego sets early.
Right.
So there were no details as to what the purchase was.
Okay.
It just said Lego.
Okay.
So I didn't realize that it was the set I bought. I didn't recognize, there were no numbers, there was nothing on it. So I just thought somebody, mistakenly punched in my number or my email address, but I've got about $25 worth of rewards points.
Which is a lot. $25 is $25, but to get that $25, like you said, you spent like $500. So it's not like it's $1 or a couple bucks that you're complaining about. You spent a lot of money.
Right. So after all that, but I just couldn't believe that I almost ended the conversation with them telling me, do not shop at our stores for the next month.
Wait, here's the ultimate question. What is the normal turnaround time for email receipts? I mean, I would think it should be almost immediate. So why did it take 3 weeks?
I have no idea.
That's weird.
And I had that receipt because I went to the store and I already had that receipt. So somewhere in their system it glitched and resent it. So I was really confused.
So that makes it even more confusing because you already had the receipt and you got another one. Well, listen, I mean, every day somebody's identity is getting stolen, literally.
Right.
I mean, mine, yours, so it's easy, especially if you're getting a duplicate receipt that you don't even know it's a duplicate. It's easy to think that somebody got your identity.
Right. So I just figured, it's not my credit card, it's not my license, not anything like that. It's just
understood.
I just want to know what was going on.
Right.
But their response was just don't buy anything.
Just don't buy anything for a month.
I couldn't believe that. I mean, and in contrast, I know nobody likes to show off. I took your line, but the Joker Mansion. We'll have
you owe me
pictures
a quarter for that.
Because you say that every time I take a picture of it. The Joker Mansion was missing a major piece. It was missing the slide.
Oh, because you got it.
What?
You got the Joker Mansion.
I did get the
Joker Manor, whatever it is.
Joker Manor. It took me about 12 hours to put it together. Started in the morning, finished at night. But about halfway through, I realized it was missing a major part. There's a slide in the back and one giant piece.
Okay.
And without it, it's hard to build around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I called Lego, and it was like the day after Christmas or 2 days after Christmas. It was in the evening. They answered right away, no hold time.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help you? Talked about the weather, talked about Christmas. They were very happy, personable. They sent out the piece for free.
Okay.
It's on its way in the mail. They asked me how I liked it. Was there any issues with the shipping or anything like that? And I said, well, the box was a little dented. I'm like, but I open everything, so I don't care. But you might want to let the shipping people know that when you're shipping larger items, maybe pack them a little bit better. Right. And they said, you know what? Thanks for the feedback. We're going to offer you some extra rewards points for Lego.
Oh, just what you need, more rewards points.
Well, yeah, no, I do, because I buy so much. Like, it helps me keep buying things. But, I mean, in contrast to Toys R Us, where it's like both companies are in trouble. I mean, in some way, shape, or form. Lego laid off. I know a ton of people here in Connecticut that work at Lego that got laid off. Toys R Us is in trouble. It's in the news all the time, going through bankruptcy. So, these two companies, there's a stark difference in them trying to retain customers. And I think Lego's doing a much better job at that. And Toys R Us, in the last 6 months, has really gone downhill as far as their customer service. So it's showing. I mean, it's showing.
I have two questions for you, and then I'll let you go. Do you know what exactly is going on at Lego? Why they're letting people go? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Maybe last year they were having a banner year. Now all of a sudden, is it because of Toys R Us?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think my understanding is, from what I've read, is the line itself. I think they overextended. They do a lot of licensed stuff now.
Okay.
And I think that had an impact on it. I think there are a lot of games, toys, electronics on the market today. And if you look at the offerings that Lego put out, I don't know, 7 years ago. I want to say it's about 7 years ago now, versus what they put out now. The aisles are full, but it seems less. And it seems like there's less to clearance. There's less to clear out.
Okay.
Because I remember about 7 years ago, I started getting back into Lego, and I noticed that after Christmas, like this week and next week, if I went to Walmart, 90% of their stock was on clearance.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. Like if you just waited till after Christmas, everything went on clearance. And now I walk in and there's no Legos on the shelves at all. Yeah. So I think Legos real estate in the stores are getting smaller. Okay. At least in Target and Walmart. And I think they're putting out less per line. Okay. Whereas you might see 5 or 6 superheroes, you're seeing I think we've got 3 this winter.
Yeah, it is. That selection's getting small.
It's about 7 to 10 this winter for January 1st launch. Okay. Which is the 2 Black Panthers, the 5 or 6 Batman Lego movie, and then the DC. But if you count just Marvel and DC, it's 5 sets, whereas you would have had 5 from each.
Right, before. Marvel's really besides the Black Panther and the those little car ones. What are those?
Yeah,
called?
the Mighty Micros.
Yeah.
So I think that's having an impact on it, and I just think it's if the minifigures aren't a big draw, it's harder to sell. They're recycling a lot of themes. I'm seeing a lot of recycling of the Coast Guard and the police, and I mean those are staples, but I don't know. I really don't know what really caused the downturn. But I think it looks like there's less. It looks like there's less, and there's less newer things. But that just might be because I'm more into it, plugged in, than I was before. Yeah. But I don't know. They're still fun, and I'm still building like crazy. I've got the Ultimate Batmobile right here. I haven't built yet.
All right. Last question. Which one took you longer, the Cinderella Castle or Joker Manor?
I think Cinderella's Castle is an extra 600 pieces.
Okay.
It was a little more intricate than Joker's Castle. It was a little more tedious. And I was a little more focused. I kind of took breaks with Joker's Manor. So Maybe Joker's Manor was about 9 hours total build time.
Okay.
But it took me about 10, 11 hours, with lunch and dinner and kind of breaks in between.
Right.
It was a lot simpler. It was a lot easier. The Disney castle was a lot more intricate and little smaller pieces too. So it was a more intense build. I'll say that. So.
All right, dude.
All right.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Stay warm.
Hey man, I was just gonna say, keep warm. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Around here it's gonna be in the 50s next week. Yes.
And hopefully Toy Fair will warm up like it did last year. That's what I'm looking forward to. So.
Yo, I was thinking 2 years ago. Remember how cold it was? It was
I know.
Brutal.
And then last year we walked around in t-shirts.
Yeah.
So.
All right, man.
All right. Talk to you later.
I'll catch up with you. Take care.
All right. Bye.
This is the Hulk. You can place the Hulk into the Rage Cage. With a few pumps of the Hulk inflator, you can make the Hulk grow in size. Rip out of the shirt. And break out of the Rage Cage. The Hulk comes complete as shown. Some assembly required from Fun Stuff.
Welcome back. It's time. I have been holding on to this fella right here, right next to me, for a long time. It's been a bunch of weeks. I don't know if you remember, I did a little bit about my Pollyanna list or my Christmas list, and this guy was on it. Well, I went out and bought it myself way back early in December. The thing is, I held it in secret because I put it on my Pollyanna list, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, so I couldn't quite... Look, I couldn't help it. The guy was $34. This fella right here... He retails originally for $85, and Amazon was selling it for $35. How could I not buy it? I mean, he wasn't top on my list, but Christ, I couldn't take the chance. Anyway, we're going to open this up. Now, the problem is I have a secondary camera. I told you it's fucking cold here in beautiful downtown Ben Salam. My second camera is not working, so we're going to do this all with one camera, which means I'm going to be leaning over you a lot. Well, you wish to show you this figure. Okay, look at this guy. I don't know if you know what the word ginormous means, but this fucker is huge. I wish I had the soundboard. That's what she said. This guy measures 14.5 inches in height. That's over a foot. I'm not sure you're familiar with the English system, but that's over a goddamn foot. 12 inches. He comes with an alternate head, and look, I know, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about the camera view. I'm sorry this stupid second camera isn't working, but I have plenty of pictures of this cat on my website, the-newsbox.com. Take a look at that head. Can you see that head? I'm not crazy about the sculpt. I mean, the sculpt is phenomenal, to be honest with you. It's a great sculpt. I'm just not crazy about that version of the Hulk. You see that? Okay. He also has two hands. The thing is about this head sculpt, I'm not swapping it out because, like I said, it's fucking cold in here, and it will make for a long, painful ass segment. Me trying to get this guy out of this box, or trying to get his head off, which sounded very dirty. No, trying to get this head off and the other head on. Whatever, dude. All right, let's see if we can get this out. Sorry about the noise. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Oh, yes. This is a magnificent beast. Look at this. Now, this sculpt, this head sculpt is awesome. Look at that. That is Hulk right there. I want to show you something, okay? Let me show you something. I want to show you my former favorite action figure. I mean, look, I have, over the years, I've been doing this 25, 30 years. I've been collecting toys far too long. I've had plenty of figures that were my favorite. But this one, not this guy, hang on a second. This guy right here has been my favorite since he came out. This is, can you see this guy? This is, I think, a 12-inch Darkseid, sorry, I always say Darkseid, New 52 Darkseid from DC Collectibles. I love this figure. This figure is, when you look up awesome in a dictionary, it's this figure. He's got articulation up the wazoo, everything moves, and, of course, he's huge. You know what? I should just throw it. Darkseid, forget it. You're second rate. Look at this guy. He has been replaced. Look, he towers over this fella. Oh my God, it's a shame. We'll put him there. Hulk here was he was showed off last year at last year's Toy Fair 2017. Part of the line was this cat, Thor, and Deadpool. You know, I'm playing with it while I'm trying to talk to you, but I should really be showing you his articulation. Just like all the other Marvel Legends figures, this guy has got so much articulation. It's amazing. Look, he's even got... Oh, he doesn't. Never mind. I was going to say he's even got the waist twister, which is not really a word. I mean, it's a game. Twister is. But look at this guy. I mean, just... He's huge. There's no other words to describe it. And he's got... His feet move. His feet articulate. Moves at the calves, at the knees, head, shoulders, knees and toes. He's got the rib pants. This is just, oh my God, a great figure. And the face sculpt is awesome. Man, I am so happy. Look, I didn't know how I was not going to pay $80 for it. Because honestly, I should make him holding hands. No, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. He's probably worth the $85. But I was going to pay $85 for him. But 30, hell yes, $35. I'm not sure if he's still available. But if he's still available at Amazon for $40, I'm going to insult you right here. You are stupid to not pick him up. Yes, I just called you stupid. What show could you watch where the host calls you stupid? All right, let's wrap this up before I get into any more trouble. I get myself in any more trouble. What do I got coming on? Oh, last week, is she still there? No, she's gone. Red Chair Show, I swear to God, I'm wrapping it up. It might even be posted on Monday. Brand new Red Chair Show. We are looking at DC Collectibles Harley's Holiday statue. It is a phenomenal statue. What else is coming up? I don't know. I think that's all I got. Tell your friends. Tell your grandmother all about Saturday Night Losers. I swear to God, I got to come up with a better ending. See ya. Hey, if you're in the middle of this cold snap, keep warm. Seriously. Take care. God, that sounded so dumb.